Hi, my name is Matt Turner and I'm a recent St. Nicholas High School graduate. I grew up in Ottawa, in Britannia, and I did the majority of my early schooling in the area. I always had a hard time with school. It was always quite difficult for me. I failed grade 7 and I got to high school, and if I wasn't failing a course, I was barely passing the course. I ended up about 18 years old in grade 10. I think some of the reasons for that would have been going undiagnosed with my ADHD. I only got diagnosed when I was pretty close to 18, and I think that it was a bit late. I had a pretty negative view of school by that point. I've recently been reassessed with ADHD, but as well I found out this past year that I have a learning disability, which probably would have been pretty good to know when I was in school. But I did drop out in grade 10. When I dropped out of high school, I started working construction, and I got into the trades, and I would recommend that for anyone. I think the trades is a tremendous career path. It's helped me out. It's opened up so many doors for me. I ended up going to Alberta at 19 and getting into an apprenticeship program there, and I took advantage of a great booming economy at the time as well. And I ended up going to NAIT, the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, and I got my journeyman red seal as a welder. From there I became an iron worker, and that's pretty much what I've been doing for 15 years. It's a tremendous career. I love doing it, and if I thought my body could handle it until I was 60, I'd be an iron worker until I was 60. But unfortunately, I've got a few injuries, pretty serious, and the job it's tough. It's definitely a young man's game. The last downturn in Alberta, I decided that I was sick of the traveling, because I would actually live in Ottawa and I would travel to Alberta and work, but that wasn't really going to be an option moving forward. And my whole family's here, all my friends, my girlfriend, my dog, they're all in Ottawa. So I thought, you know what, I'll start again in Ottawa. I was on my way to work one morning when I heard the advertisement for St. Nicholas High School, and so I said, okay, well, first coffee, give them a call and see what that's about. And I called, and they told me I can do as many courses as I want for $20, and I had $20, so I decided to sign up. I ended up signing up for a math course. They actually talked me into going back to grade 10 math, which I'd already completed, but I had my sights set on possibly going to university, and they said if I wanted to go to university, you should start back in grade 10 math. And it was a really good idea. The first course was a struggle, and my first teacher was amazing. She was so helpful. She answered all my questions. I was dropping in like a couple times a week. I'm pretty sure they want you to make appointments, and I would recommend you make appointments, but they never turned me away, and they always answered my questions, always, and they were always happy to see me, and they were always happy to chat. And all the teachers that I've had since have done the same thing. They've always been more than happy to be bugged by me every week, and that was great. It was my first positive school experience that I can remember, and for that I'm quite thankful. To date, I've done 4 math courses, a physics course, and as we roll, I'm doing a chemistry course. Some of them have been quite difficult. There have been some very difficult topics. The one thing that I can say is the harder the time that I had trying to learn a subject or a topic, the better I felt when I finally got a good grasp on it. And that's something that I consider more than when the feeling I got when I finally got my high school diploma, which I promised my mother I would do before she passed away, and I did it. The feeling that I got of like setting my mind to something and achieving it, like even if I found it to be really hard, and sometimes it is hard, that feeling is tremendous. I gain a lot from that. It definitely helps me go through the tough adjustments with transitioning. If you're either going back to school to change your career, or maybe you're just trying to get into your career for the first time. I mean, there's going to be a lot of struggles, but the feelings that you get from succeeding through those struggles is something that I recommend everybody find out about. I had my doubts, I had my fears, but in the end it all paid off. I'm a 2019 St. Nicholas graduate.